Good evening, my friends. How are you? Welcome to another edition. Oh, just a little bit. Listen to another edition of Wednesday Night Live here on Mike Avery Outdoors. My name is Mike Avery. Which ways I got to go? That way, right? There. Oh, too much. I thought I had it perfect. I need to quit worrying about it, right? Quit being so picky, so particular. Anyway, my friends, how are you? Glad to have you along with us once again on this adventure that we call Wednesday Night Live. Good evening, Brad. How are you? Randy, nice to have you along with us as well. We're recording this live at 7 o'clock Eastern, as we do. You're at work, as you should be. Jen, good evening. Bruce, how are you? Ed Bolanowski's with us. Ed and I are supposed to, Paul checking in on LinkedIn. Ed and I of Speedy Blaze are supposed to be fishing on Friday. It's not looking good. Hey, Mike, I saw your pictures. Nice day out of Charlevoix. Congrats. Looks like you guys had fun. Jim, good evening. Rick says, how's the fishing? The fishing's been pretty good. I got my mojo back. The skinny water has been good. Although I was just talking to my buddy Tony, who was out there today, and he said they fought weeds all day, which is a very easy thing to do out there. Hi, Julie. How are you? Pat checking in from Ontario. I heard from Ron St. Louis of Northern Wilderness Bear Outfitters today. He has officially pulled the plug for this year. And I don't blame him. He had to. Adam, hello. Lori, how are you? Lori, I had Ali Shakur on the show this week. Norm checking in from Beaverton. My name is Mike Avery. This is Wednesday Night Live. A few things I'm going to talk about tonight. Fishing, hunting, Bigfoot, how you can get a good deal on a great warm weather blind. He is a great guy, isn't he? Very good, nice guy, very knowledgeable. Jerry, good evening. Here on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. I've decided the only way to go live on Jim checking in from YouTube. I've decided the only way to go out Instagram is just to put up a phone and just do a separate Instagram feed. So I'm going to do that next week, starting in the studio. Nothing like hunting bear in Ontario. I agree with you completely, Bernie. Good evening, Craig. You're out hunting does this morning. Are you, Elliot? I want to make sure I understand. Are you scouting or are you hunting on a crop damage permit? I'm just curious. Did Northwoods lose their Sasquatch? I don't know if you saw it here, but I posted a picture both on Instagram and Facebook. Somebody sent me a picture that was from the Cass River at the M46 bridge. Always a good idea to add some goodies to the boat. Crop damage. Gotcha. Split shot above the lures. Here you go, Tony. Split shot above the lures captures the floating weeds. Still have to pull them off from time to time to clear the weeds off. Works good, though. Split shot or beads as well. But yeah, Tony, we were out in the same water yesterday that you were in today, and we spent some time fighting the weeds. Miss Michelle, how are you? Hey, Billy, good evening. I was going to have some Michigan brand products with me here tonight. Doesn't matter. I can't eat them anyway with this stupid, goofy thing in my mouth until I get my real tooth back in there. Oh my goodness, Rick. He should be excited. After 20 years of applying, he got his Michigan bull elk tag. Whoa, that's a big one. A bull elk tag. You know what, Rick? 20 years to get a Michigan bull tag is not that bad. I know a lot of people who have applied more than 20 years and haven't even gotten a cow tag. So that's pretty good. That's not bad. Congrats to you. Do you have your guide lined up? Hello, Raymond. How are you? I know, Dave, you got a bull. Every time somebody posts a bull picture, you post yours, and I don't blame you. I didn't know they had sugar-free jerky, Michelle. I bet it would feel strange to hunt deer in July. It used to feel strange to hunt bears in August. I quickly got over that. So I have been fishing, doing pretty well back up in the skinny water. I've got my mojo back. The skinny water's been going. Number 7 flicker shaz, 80, 60, and 40 back. Good old fashioned hot and tots on the inside. 30 to 40 feet back, 25 to 40 feet back. Fighting weeds, yes, but there's good color in the skinny water. There's fish in the skinny water, and all is well for me on Saginaw Bay. I can tell you, what is the average number of applicants each year for elk? I had those numbers last week. It was something like 80,000 people applied for Michigan elk tags. Kendall says deer season starts August 15th in South Carolina. Wow. Mark says his son Sam of CMU bass fishing team loved to listen to your podcast while fishing. Appreciate that, Mark. Yeah, the camera's all set this week. It's not flipped around backwards, is it? Here's my buddy Tony. Mike says, "What day is it? Mike, what day is it? It's hump day! Mike, what day is it? It's hump day!" Elliot says, it is different hunting in July, especially when you use a 308 in zone 3. Hello, Mike. How are you? Tony is a fellow skinny water. Tony, what do we call us? The river rats. You know, the river rats is a good term. What are our skinny water? What do we call our skinny water people? Hello, Jason. Now, Ross, come on now. Hey, Ross, did you hear from Ron St. Louis today? I suspect you did. I got a text from him today. He said he's officially pulling the plug on the 2021 season. We knew it was coming. We knew it had to be here. But he officially pulled the plug on bear hunting in Ontario at Northern Wilderness Bear Outfitters for the 2021 season. Hey, did you see the picture of the big sheephead I got yesterday? I felt like they call them Saginaw Bay salmon. I love that term. It felt like I was fishing salmon, landing a salmon. I talked to Dave Miner today on the radio show, and he said, don't ever throw those back. He said, they're wonderful. He said, because they are predators, and they're not just, they're not bottom feeders like a carp. They are truly predators. We catch them on crankbaits and spoons, primarily crankbaits, all the time. Let me tell you this. If you start catching sheephead, you might be trolling too slow. I found that to be the case. When I start catching sheephead, I like to bump the speed up. Doesn't always work, but oftentimes it works. Dave says if you fillet out a sheephead, and they're freshwater drum, right? But we call them here in the Great Lakes, we call them sheephead. If you fillet them out, he said there's a layer of red meat between the skin and the white flesh of the sheephead. He said, trim that out of there. You don't want to eat that. He said, that's very strong. He said, trim that out of there, and you've got a nice, white, gentle, delicate fillet. I might try that sometime. We're going to give away some Speedy Blaze here in a little bit. I was hoping to fish with Sherm Hubbard and Ed Bolanowski. You have Speedy Blaze on Friday. It's not looking good. Northeast winds. Yeah, you can eat sheephead. Rick, I have never done it, but people who eat sheephead say it's really pretty good. Here's the interesting part, Mike. Thanks for bringing this up. And this is why I think this skinny water fishing is going to go on for a while yet. The water temp in there is only 71 degrees yesterday. So when you've got a 71-degree water temp on the inner bay in the middle of July, I mean, I've seen it up pushing 80 this time of year. So I'm thinking that maybe that'll help keep some fish in there. Good evening, Kenny. Kenny Slavens of J Sporting Goods, jsportinggoods.com. Mad Jack checking in from YouTube. Try them, Lori. Let me know how they are. Oh, speaking of this, I told you last week that the Wild Game Chef Dave Miner had back surgery on Wednesday. He's recovering very well. I interviewed him today for on the radio show for this weekend. He expects to be open in the next week or so. So once he gets open and up and running, we can schedule that Wednesday Night Live. Chad says the next week's wind looks better. Let me look at a calendar. I can't. Can I do it without sharing it? I don't really want to share my calendar, but let me just check something here. Ed, Tuesday. I might be able to go Tuesday, Ed. It was 73 degrees today, Tony says. So it came up a couple degrees. Chad Bailey is a hardcore angler, but he's also with Bear Archery. Speaking of Bear Archery, I had one of the coolest things ever happen to me last week. I got an email from a woman named Brooke, and I won't give you her last name. Ed, I got an email from a lady named Brooke. Brooke is Fred Bear's great granddaughter. Brooke saw my Lost Fred Bear interview on YouTube and she loved it. She shared it with her family and they loved it. And she wanted to let me know that the family of Fred Bear thanked me for putting that video out there and doing such a nice tribute of such a wonderful man. How cool is that? Made my day. Like Clint Eastwood, make my day. She made my day. Hey, Rob, how are you? Lori says, I ran into a lady in Augrey that asked if I was a lady you talked to on your show. She said her husband listens to you. Excellent. Yeah, it was very special, Mike. It really was to hear from Fred Bear's great granddaughter that the family of Fred Bear appreciated the video that I put on YouTube. Kendall says he lived 1 mile from the Bear manufacturing plant in Gainesville a while back. They put a hurting on the wallet. That put a hurting on a wallet. What'd you do? Go right into the factory and buy them, Kendall? Speaking of factories, I've been talking. Well, I know I don't want to go there. I don't want to do that yet. Okay, M46. Bigfoot was spotted here in Michigan on M46, just south of M46 in the Cass River. He's waiting there. He appears to be carrying something under his arm. There's a picture on the Facebook page and Instagram. By the way, at least that's what the guy who sent me the picture told me. If you are watching me now and you're on Instagram, but you don't follow me on Instagram, would you please do that? I'm trying to grow the Instagram channel. Scott says, run out northeast and come back towards your skinny water and you'll be fine. Not that bad with the wind pushing from the rear. Go early and you'll be done by 10. I'm not seeing the same numbers you are where you're fishing. I won't be done by 10. I will tell you this. I am just tired of getting beat up by northeast winds. Tired of it. And I will tell you, Ed, that if you want to try it Friday morning, I'll try it. I mean, you're driving a long way, but I'll try it. The boat can handle it. Who was your father-in-law, Craig? They had a pro shop. Me and Eric, the guy who worked there, were on a first name basis. A bear sighting in Merrill. I believe that absolutely. Good summer evening to you, Paul. Yeah, we're seeing here in Michigan, we're seeing a lot more bear working their way south. Oh, that was your brother, Sasquatch in the river. Tell your brother he really should try waxing. Hello, Dennis. How are you? Mike says after his experience with Lance in a northeast wind, he's done with it too. The boat can take it. The Angler Quest can absolutely take a 10, 15-mile northeast wind. But it's just uncomfortable. It's safe. But like Scott says, if you can, with a northeast wind, I'd rather have, northeast would be all right. If you can run into a northeast and troll back downhill with them. Downhill means downwind. I'm one of those guys that I don't really like to troll into the wind anyway. I prefer to troll downhill. I can read my boards much better by trolling downhill. It's rough on your old body. I get it, Mike. It's rough on my old body. Can I tell you about a boneheaded move by the here in Michigan, the Washtenaw County Board of Commissioners? That's a good walleye chop, Kendall says. 10 to 15 out of the Northeast is a good walleye chop. Saturday, yeah, but it's 10 mile an hour, 7, but I can't. I'm going to see my mom. I haven't seen her in months on Saturday, and then hopefully watch my granddaughter play at a softball tournament in Grand Rapids. Yeah, a bit rough for a 17-footer. Ed, I'm willing to try if you want to make the drive down. The Washtenaw County Board of Commissioners has no authority to do this. They have no purview, no jurisdiction, no official reason to do it. But they have voted in principle to oppose hunting contests. Think of where Washtenaw County is. Ann Arbor, U of M. It's not exactly the stronghold of conservatism. The Washtenaw County Board of Commissioners, Ben, you're a step ahead of me, is following what the Kalamazoo County Board of Commissioners did a few weeks ago. And they also voted to oppose hunting contests. Well, now the Washtenaw County Board of Commissioners has done the same thing, which I think is baloney. Are you telling me in the entire county of Washtenaw, there's not something more important to take up your time and taxpayers' times than making a symbolic vote opposing hunting contests? You're telling me you don't have any issues with infrastructure, with roads, with road maintenance, with keeping your jail open, with keeping your deputies on the road. There's nothing, millages, taxes. There's nothing more important in Washtenaw County that needs your attention than for the Washtenaw County Board of Commissioners. Kris Duerson of Rapid River Knives, rapidriverknifeworks.us. Kris, you know what I'm thinking? Well, two things I'm thinking. I'm thinking I want to get my hands on that fillet knife. Actually, I was slicing tomatoes the other day. Kris, I'd love to get that fillet knife, and I'd love to get that folding knife that we talked about. And here's the other thing I'm thinking about, Kris. Wednesday night live at your showroom in Rapid River. I think what I'll have to do is move the record date on the radio show to a Tuesday, and then I can make the drive up and do a Wednesday night live at your shop. So let's get together and come up with a time. Ross says, Kris, are you guys open this weekend? I'm sure they are. Oh, it did, Kris. Thank you. Kris, are you open this weekend? My buddy Ross wants to come up and spend some money with you. Scott says they can take their resolution and use it for toilet paper. Ann Arbor should worry about Ohio State more than hunting contests. I don't know what shooter girl jewelry is. Jim, I'm getting a phone call. I have to say, no, I can't take it. Ross, Kris says they are open 7 days a week at Rapid River Knife Works. 7 days a week. So what is shooter girl jewelry? Always a pleasure. Let me pull that up. So you can see the showroom. Rapid River Knives, Rapid River Knife Works. I really want you to see. Let me see if I can share that StreamYard. Share a screen with you. Chrome tab, Rapid River Knife Works, share. Check this out. Rapid River Knife Works is the largest custom knife factory showroom in Michigan. The 10,000 square foot showroom is awesome. Hunting knives, pocket knives, and kitchen knives. Watch your custom knife being made and engraved. Free laser engraving with your personal message or company logo. Lifetime warranty on every knife and free sharpening. Plus, visit Rapid River Knife Works gift shop for Stormtrover and RRK gear. Bring the family and visit Rapid River Knife Works today. All right, so is that not a showroom? Kris was on 906 Outdoors this week. YouTube has it. I will check that out. Rapid River just posted about a jewelry line, a nice showroom. Kris says, anytime you want to record, we'll make it happen. Excellent. You got a lot of fans on here, Kris. A lot of people love your knives. They're killing the walleye in Tawas. Hey, Jen, how are you? Roy loves his Rapid River fillet knife. I've never talked to anybody who had a Rapid River knife that didn't love it. Johnny Bowler has room for one more hunter in the first season, then he's full. Let the baiting begin. If you want to get in touch with Johnny, contact him through Facebook here right now or get in touch with me, and I will put you in touch with Johnny. That's the Newberry Bear Management Unit. Got to appreciate a good knife, Kendall. Absolutely. I do jig for walleye in the river, never on the bay, Craig. What else? While we're talking about what a great place to buy a custom knife, custom quality knife. Chad says listen to this. Chad says he deals with around 280 sporting goods stores in 4 states, and Rapid River Knives showroom is easily in the top 5 most beautiful stores. Well worth the trip. That's quite an endorsement right there. Chris Duerson, congrats. You've got something great going there. And Kris got his bear permit. It's all good, Kris. Jigging on the bay could be really successful. Could be. Right time of year, right place. But I like trolling on that angler quest. Kris says, thank you, Chad. Have you seen my video of the new Breeze blind? Where is Rapid River Knives located? Rapid River, Michigan, in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. You do have to get up there, Mike. Derek's son is a Benchmade nut, and he's trying to convert him to Rapid River. There you go. Rapid River, Michigan, in the beautiful UP of Michigan. I posted a video here about this new Breeze blind from Primal Tree Stands. Primal makes the Wraith 270 that I love so much, that see-through blind. Well, they also make this new Breeze blind. I want to share a video with you, and then I'm going to talk about it real briefly. So let me set this up. Share video. Boom, and boom. I'm a big fan of ground blinds. They're safe, they hide you from the critters, and they protect you from the weather. But there is one downside to ground blinds. If you're hunting in warm weather, they tend to be hot, at least until now. The folks at Primal have come up with a new warm weather blind, and they call it the Breeze. The Breeze incorporates a double layer roof. It's kind of like a rain fly, and it's designed to let the air circulate around the blind. You combine that with zippers at the bottom, and they let air flow through. It's the perfect combination of concealment, safety, convenience, and now comfort. If you go to the website outdoorpregame.com, use the promo code MIKE20, you can get one of the new Breeze blinds from Primal Tree Stands for just $179. How cool is that? Literally. Okay, so I love this blind. I turkey hunted out of it last spring. If you go to the website outdoorpregame.com, that's the same place you can get the Wraith 270 see-through blind. Outdoorpregame.com, use the promo code MIKE20, and you can get one for $179. They did call me the Breeze. So please check that out. Outdoorpregame.com, promo code Mike20. Ed says, I know October's a long way off, but any thoughts on meeting up somewhere on the drive down to Ohio? Can I be completely honest with you, Ed? I hate carpooling. I hate the idea of vehicles following another one. I won't get involved in it because when I drive, I don't want to worry about staying in touch with somebody in front of me, staying in touch with somebody behind me. I drive, I light a cigar, I put on a podcast or an audio book, and I just drive. I don't want to keep track of other people. So you're on your own getting down there, buddy, is what I'm saying. Johnny says your bear guide needs one. I'm going to order one. Do you think they're bear proof? I don't think they're. That's right. It was Skinner. They called me the Breeze. Do I think they're bear proof, Johnny? I don't think so. What's going on with the antlerless tags here in Michigan? I'm not sure I know how to answer that. How roomy is the 270? Would like to get one for bear hunting this. And I tell you what, Brian, as much as I love those, in my opinion, there's not enough room in a 270 for 3 people. You could put 2 people in there, but 3 people would be pushing it. You're going to want something bigger. As much as I'd like to see you get a Wraith 270. I say no blind, no portable pop-up blind is bear proof. And believe me, I've lost a bunch of blinds in Ontario and Michigan to bears. And they're curious, but I've lost a lot of blinds. Kendall says, red and antlerless pitch permit, you no longer have to apply for. I don't know the details. Group text would be fine, Craig. But listen, here's the way I look at this. I'm not going to drive down there in a group. I figure people are going to leave when they can leave. I figure people are going to get down there when they can get down there. I have been forced into too many family caravans that I'm just not interested in getting involved. I mean, everybody will have Bill's address. We've all got GPSs. We've all got cell phones. Jen Binns, can I give a shout out to my amazing husband, Tim? No. Of course you can. Our anniversary is tomorrow, and I promise I'll try not to outfish him on our trip. Tim and Jen Binns, happy anniversary. You can buy doe tags over the counter now. You know, Brandon, I'm not as knowledgeable as I should be on these. I tell you, there are so many different permits and tags and all this stuff in Michigan. I have a hard time keeping track of them all. You know, if it's not something I apply for, I don't keep up on it as much as I should. If you like to drive 85, you can follow Johnny. What do you say? Should we give away some Speedy Blaze? SpeedyBlaze.com is the website, SpeedyBlaze.com. Ed Bolanowski of Speedy Blaze is on here with us right now. Ed says he's going to be on Saginaw Bay with me Friday morning. Come hell or high northeast wind. You've got 2 minutes starting right now. Why you would like to win some Michigan-made Speedy Blaze. SpeedyBlaze.com is the website. I'll pull it up here real quick. Make your comments now. Michigan deer regs are becoming increasingly difficult to follow. Amen to that. Speedy Blaze. Let me pull it up. SpeedyBlaze.com. Okay, there it is. I'll share it with you. I'll do a share screen and a Chrome tab and Speedy Blaze. This is Speedy Blaze right here. Oh, products. Buy. Here we go. Speedy Store. These are the different products you can buy. The Speedy grilling pellets. I love Speedy Blaze. As a leader, here's when I love this. As a leader in the prepping community, I'd love to try and test some Speedy Blaze. Perfect for cool evenings. Jazz says, fire it up, make some s'mores. Anti-rain dance. Where'd that one go? My anti-rain dance. 1 minute. 1 minute on the Speedy Blaze. It would be, Brandon. Didn't miss anything, Martin. Party didn't start till you got here. Ross said he'd love to put some on the patio. 30 seconds on the Speedy Blaze. You want to win some Speedy Blaze? Make a comment right now. Bob would love to try it. 20. 15. I'm not looking at my watch. 10. 9. 8. 7, 6, 5. 4. 3. 2. It is better than firewood. 1. Contest is over. I noticed when I tilted my head back, you could see my thing that holds my fake tooth in. Michigan-made, family-owned Speedy Blaze. SpeedyBlaze.com is the website. Bill Hoffman. Bill Hoffman, the most interesting man in Michigan. Law enforcement. Author. Prepper. Hunter. 27.4 seconds. Is that a new record? I think it is, isn't it? Congratulations, Bill. How about congratulations, Avery, for setting a new record? 27.67 was the best? Oh, so John, the official timer. Did I do it? Forget about Hoffman for a minute. Let's talk about me. Did I set a new record tonight? Thank you, Johnny. Johnny says, great job, Mike. John Callison, did I set a new record? And yes, congrats to Bill Hoffman. The most interesting man in Michigan. Michelle said almost 30 seconds. Oh, John. I think it was a new record. Yes, congrats to Bill Hoffman, yada, yada, yada. Congrats to the big guy, too. Hey, Bill, send me your, or send it directly to Ed. He's on here, too. Your shipping address. Yes, full of hot air, and I've been called full of other things, too. Bill, get either Ed or I your shipping address, and he will get that out right away so you can use it. You can put it in your bug out bag. I know you have more than one. Got to check. Yeah, go back to work. Ross has to go because he has company. Ross has company. Enjoy your company, Ross. Dan just looked it up. Doe tag's good for state or private in any open unit, resident or non-resident universal tag. Thank you, Dan. What else is on my list? Yeah, don't forget whenever you get a chance to show your support for the Washtenaw and Kalamazoo County Board of Commissioners. Now, I want to go back to this for a minute here. The interesting thing about this, even though they have no authority to do so, when they shed light on their efforts to not support hunting contests, it makes us as hunters remember that we have to continue to portray ourselves in the positive manner that we always behave, because I am convinced that the vast majority of hunters and anglers are good, law-abiding citizens and stewards of the resource. If you get enough people involved, you're going to get some dirtbags and idiots, and that's true of the hunting and fishing community too, but I think far less of a percentage than most groups. So just remember, people are watching us. So in our personal interactions and our online interactions, I think we have to do whatever we can to maintain a positive attitude and continue to portray ourselves in a positive manner. So please keep that in mind. The other thing is HSUS, Humane Society of the United States, really got behind and pushed and cajoled and infiltrated the Washtenaw County Board of Commissioners. You got to watch out for that group. If you don't know them, you think that they might be a good group. You might think, based on their advertising, that they're trying to save puppies and kittens. They're not. They want you to think that, but they're not. Don't give money to the HSUS thinking you're saving a puppy or a kitten. If you give money to HSUS, you are funding anti-hunting, anti-fishing, anti-fur, anti-trapping, anti-farming activities. If you want to save puppies and kittens, give your money to your local animal shelter. That saves puppies and kittens. HSUS doesn't. HSUS is also the group that demanded 2 seats on the Michigan Wildlife Council. And that's their new tactic. They are infiltrating behind the scenes worst anti-hunting group out there. I don't disagree with that. Rob checking in from White River. Rob, I talked to Ron today. He has officially pulled the plug. I suspect you already know that. He didn't have a choice. We all knew that was coming. Yeah. Humane Society of the United States and Humane Society of America are different. I don't know, Bill. I'm sure you know the answer to this. HSOA is puppies? I'm not following here. HSUS, Humane Society of the United States. I don't know about HSUS of America. I don't know. We, people who think like us, have a hard time even wrapping our minds around the fact that people look at hunting and fishing and shooting and trapping as negative activities. We know that they are positive activities. We know that they are biologically sound. We know that we are stewards of the resource. We know, people who believe like I do, that we have been ordained by God to conduct in these activities. But there's a lot of people out there who don't know that. So we've got to portray ourselves in a positive manner. In 38 years of hunting and fishing, I can say I talked to a majority of great people, very few trash hunters and fishermen. I agree, Eric. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. But I'm just making the comment that when you get a group of hundreds of thousands of people, you're going to get some bad apples. I know that in my time working with conservation officers, but it was interesting. The people who were poachers and violators were more often than not thieves and crooks in other areas. So it looks like a dirtbag is a dirtbag is a dirtbag. They're a dirtbag who just happens to like hunting and fishing. Always have the 1% to 2%. That you see it in every group, from hunters and anglers to police officers to pastors, to teachers, to radio hosts, you're going to get some bad apples. I will do my best to be sure that I don't end up in that bad apple category. I talked about the promo code outdoorpregame.com, promo code Mike20 to get a Wraith 270 see-through blind at a discount or to get a Breeze at a discount. Also, if you go to michiganbrand.net, use the promo code Mike21, you can get a discount there. And if you go to mucc.org, you can get 25% off on your MUCC membership. Martin says, yes, if you're a D-bag, you're a D-bag, you're a D-bag. A dirt bag, you're a dirt bag everywhere. Good and bad everywhere. Yes. All righty, my friends. Anything else you want to talk about before we wrap this up? So the fishing has been good in my beloved Skinny Water. Finally, I've got my mojo back. The water's colored up. The water's dirtied up. There's fish in there. There are also weeds. You've got to fight them. I got an email from Fred Bear's great-granddaughter thanking me for the video I put on YouTube as a tribute to her great-grandpa. She shared it with the family. They loved it. It made my day. Bigfoot has been spotted on the Cass River in Michigan's Thumb, south of the M46 bridge. I have a picture on Instagram and Facebook to prove it. If you're on social media and you don't follow me on Instagram, please do. Mike Avery Outdoors. The Washtenaw County Board of Clowns Commissioners have voted to oppose hunting contest. Just like a few weeks ago, the Kalamazoo County Board of Clowns Commissioners did the same thing. Our outfitter in Ontario has officially pulled the plug on his bear hunts for the year. And promo code Mike20 at Outdoor Pregame, Mike21 at Michigan Brand, and Mike at mucc.org. I think that's going to wrap it up. Does Ron think the wolf hunting will be available this winter? Don't know. I don't think he is. I know my buddy Nick Grillo is cautiously optimistic, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think the Ontario government is going to cooperate and let people in. I think they're willing to let the economy take a nosedive, just like the powers that be were here in this country, over fears of COVID. Rob will check. Rob Sador. Okay. I thought you were talking about Ron St. Louis. You were talking about Rob Sador. Okay, I apologize, Craig. Rob will check and let us know. All right, my friends, have a great evening. Thanks for joining me. My website is MikeAveryOutdoors.com. You can always reach me via email at Mike at MikeAveryOutdoors.com. Gary Morgan says you should know when you're doing the right thing to anti-solidify your decision. I think I'm going to take this Yeti that now is filled with crystal light. I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to put a big shot of Maker's Mark in it. I'm going to put my feet up and relax and enjoy the rest of the evening. Congrats to Bill Hoffman for winning Speedy Blaze. Thank you, Ed Bolanowski, for giving it away. And Ed, if you and Sherm are willing to make the drive down Friday morning, just know that it might be a bit bumpy. I'm willing to go out there and give it a try. I don't need much of a reason to head out on Saginaw Bay. All right, my friends, have a great evening. Thanks for joining me on this edition of Wednesday Night Live.